Good morning. Welcome to the Office of Tax Appeals. My name is Kim Wilson, and this hearing is for the appeal of Family Auto Sales 04 LLC. Before we go on the record, I want to go over some preliminary items. Please silence your cell phones and laptop keyboards, which is F1 on your keyboard. Also, please mute your microphone when not speaking. And this hearing is being live streamed. Hearing reporter, Ms. Alonso, is present and reporting this hearing verbatim. To ensure we have an accurate record, we ask that each person speak one at a time and avoid speaking over one another. Also speak clearly and loudly. When needed, Ms. Alonso or any panel member will interject to ensure proper transcription. After the hearing, Ms. Alonso will produce the official hearing transcript, which will be available on the Office of Tax Appeals website. The Office of Tax Appeals is not a court, but an independent appeals body, which is staffed by subject matter experts and is independent of any tax agency. While the Office of Tax Appeals is not a court, we must nevertheless follow certain guidelines to ensure that we establish a proper record on which a decision is based and to conduct an orderly hearing. Each party will have the opportunity to be heard, so please wait for your turn to present your side. Also, I may interrupt the hearing if we get out of order or become counterproductive, as keeping us on track and creating a clean and efficient hearing record is part of my role as lead panel member. Are there any questions about anything I have just said before we go on the record?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Great. Ms. Alonso, are you ready to go? All right. We are going on the record. This is the appeal of Family Auto Sales 04 LLC, OTA case number 240716941. The date is March 19, 2026, and the time is 9:30 a.m. This hearing is being held electronically with the agreement of the parties. I am hearing Officer Kim Wilson. I will be the lead for purposes of conducting the hearing. My co-panelists are Administrative Law Judges Suzanne Brown and Josh Aldridge. We are equal participants in deliberating and determining the outcome of the appeal. I'm going to ask the parties to identify themselves and who they represent, starting with the appellant.
Yes, Howard S. Bornstein, appearing on behalf of appellant Family Auto Sales 04.
And my name
Mr.
is Nicole
Bornstein.
Simon.
I'm sorry, please proceed. Could you repeat your name, please?
Oh,
Yes, my name or Nicole. Go ahead, sorry.
Nicole.
Oh, yeah, Nicole Simons, member of Family Auto Sales.
Thank you. And now CDTFA.
Nalan Samaravikram, hearing representative for CDTFA. Thank you.
Ravinder Sharma, hearing representative for CDTFA. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Christopher Brooks, attorney for CDTFA.
Thank you. Next, we'll go over the issues in this appeal. Mr. Bornstein, you mentioned in an email yesterday that appellant concedes all the audit items except the penalty. Can you confirm that appellant concedes the audit items and that the only issue to be decided is whether appellant was negligent?
Yes, I'd like to put it in this context that Family Auto Sales through Nicole Simon will not dispute the findings of the OTC. However, in not disputing, they're not disputing the negligence penalty. And it would like to be put forth that the non-dispute of the findings of the OTC is not to be considered as an admission of negligence. So, Your Honor, yes, you are correct.
Thank you. Next, we'll go over the exhibits. Mr. Bornstein, you did not submit any exhibits for appellant, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. And CDTFA submitted exhibits A through E. Appellant did not object to the admissibility of these exhibits. Therefore, exhibits A through E are admitted into evidence. Mr. Bornstein, you indicated during the pre-hearing conference that appellant will be calling Nicole Simons. Is that still your intention?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. CDTFA did not have any objections to the witness testifying. One moment, please. I'm just checking the exhibits. CDTFA was A through E, correct?
A through I.
A through I.
Yeah.
I apologize. CDTFA's exhibits A through I, we admitted into evidence. All right, we'll go ahead and go to the presentations. Mr. Bornstein, you originally requested 90 minutes for your presentation. Will you still need 90 minutes?
I believe the whole matter can be concluded in 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. Before we
Total.
begin appellant's presentation, I need to place Ms. Simons under oath so we can consider her statements as testimony, and she will remain under oath until the close of this hearing. Ms. Simons, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Bornstein, you may have your witness testify in a narrative or ask specific questions. Please proceed when you're ready.
I would like to first give a quick opening and then proceed with a few questions, if that is okay with the court.
That'd be fine.
Okay. I'm going to place forward that Nicole Simons will testify that appellant acted in best business practices under the circumstances. You will hear testimony of a data crash, trying to rectify the crash, the health crisis of Nicole Simons' father, and then COVID. With that, may I proceed with some questions?
Yes, please proceed.
Okay. Nicole, I'm going to say Nicole, or I'll say Ms. Simons. I'll say Ms. Simons. Can you please explain to the court and these parties, of a data crash that took place, I believe, in early in 2019?
Yes, that's right. It's at the beginning of 2019. We had a data crash. We had a DOS version system named AMPS, where we had all of our sales information when we did retail sales. And that system crashed when my computer did. And we had to upload everything deal by deal myself, and I had an office manager help input all of, for that period, up into the crash also into our cloud system. And that's where I believe a lot of data might have not been computed correctly, or a little bit miscommunication between that. So it could have started with the data crash, essentially.
And when you mention miscommunication, can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Just if I gave her a task to do, if I wasn't in the office, or because a lot of it was a lot of tedious work to input every single deal and all the the figures, and not only that, just like customer information, like the whole deal. And I told her different tasks to do, and she was one of my newest managers, so maybe just a miscommunication, like she didn't understand quite what to do, because I did find some errors when I went through it when we converted it all to the cloud or online. That could have been a problem.
Okay, and during all this process, I understand, and you've stated that the health crisis of your father. Can you please, and that impacted your ability to work through all this. Can you please give a little explanation of what happened to your father and how that impacted you, which impacted the business?
Oh, right. So my father got injured right before COVID started, about February, March of 2020. He had a spinal cord injury from a chiropractor that resulted in him being paralyzed. So, excuse me, I wasn't in the office a lot. I left my bookkeeping hands and my office girls, my managers. So it just turned into sloppy bookkeeping. But like I said, the miscommunication, too many hands going through my online, and it just fell behind.
Can you please elaborate a little more on the extent of your father's paralysis and the process that it took, and that basically your relationship with your father, not in detail, but whether you're close or not?
Oh yes, we're very close. We've worked together. I've lived with him for a while. Yeah, we're very close. I'm the oldest child. I'm pretty much his golden child. So not to brag or anything, but we're very close. So
and with that, what happened to you? What actually, not in detail, but what was going on with your father, and how long did it take for him to actually maybe paralysis to subside? And what was the paralysis?
So the paralysis, what he had to be a little detailed, he had an abscess on his back that he went to a chiropractor, and they adjusted him, and it turned out that they didn't do the full care, and he ended up in the hospital the next day. And then later that day, he became paralyzed, from his neck down from the injury, and they had to rush. Excuse me. They had to rush to do emergency surgery, and then he actually had a total of 3 different surgeries in a matter of over a year, and he's still not 100%. So he's he's permanently disabled.
And with that, and with the data crash and trying to get that done, and your dad, how did then COVID impact?
Oh, and COVID. Yes, that is true.
And did that have an impact on everything you're going through and everything you had to do and where you were at?
Oh, of course it did. Yeah, I was short-staffed, trying to run the business alone. A lot of it makes me emotional just talking about it.
Okay, I don't want to go there. With that, Your Honor, the appellant rests, but for follow-up questions of the OTA.
Thank you. Let me ask CDTFA, do you have any questions for?
I'm sorry, not OTA, CDTFA.
Yes. So
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I meant. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
okay. Just a reminder. Let each person finish speaking before you begin. Maybe give a few seconds in between responses. All right, CDTFA, do you have any questions for the witness?
This is Nalan Samarikam. No, we don't have any questions, Judge.
Thank you. Judge Aldrich, do you have any questions for either the witness or appellant?
Hi, this is Judge Aldrich. Yes, I do have a couple of questions. Ms. Simmons, with respect to your father, could you explain what role he had with the business during this liability period?
He didn't have any role with the business. If I needed any help or advice, I would ask him, but it was my business.
Okay. All right. And the prior 2 audit periods, did he have any role in the business?
No.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions. I'll refer it back to Judge or Hearing Officer Wilson.
Thank you. And Judge Brown, do you have any questions for either the witness or appellant?
I don't have any questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. I did have a question for appellant. Let's see. Per the audit report under reporting method, it states taxpayer records all sales of vehicles per ROS, which is compiled in an Excel file and used as recorded taxable sales per the profit and loss statements. All services are inputted into the profit and loss statements using taxpayer POS or the service department. The accountant retrieves the profit and loss statements, which are then used to file the sales and use tax returns. Can you explain how your reporting changed from the second audit to the third audit, Ms. Simons?
How the reporting changed. I have to look on my record to see when we started. The DMV started at a certain time where you had to report everything online, which actually made it easier for us. But the big struggle for us is when our system crashed going into our new our online QuickBooks system.
I'm sorry, could you please let us know when that was?
When the system crashed?
Yes.
Okay, so the system crashed the beginning of 2019.
Okay.
And it took me a while, a long while, like I'm talking like a year almost, to clear up, to clear up all of the bookkeeping.
Thank you. Also, can you explain or detail what steps you took to correct the reporting errors from the previous audit?
So I had the help of my accountant, the oversight, just make sure I was inputting everything correctly. I had Google Sheets to cross-check to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I pretty much just did the best I can to make sure I inputted everything correctly.
Okay, thank you. That was my questions.
Okay.
Next, we'll go to the department. CDTFA is not presenting any witness and only argue the appeal, so they will not be testifying under oath or affirmation. Mr. Samar Wikrama, you requested 30 minutes for your presentation. Please begin when you're ready.
Oh, thank you, Judge. Pellant, a California limited liability company, operates a used car dealership and auto repair shop in Hemet, California. Pellant was issued a seller's permit with the effective start date of June 1st, 2009. The department audited Pellant's business for the period of January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2021. This is Pellant's third audit. During the audit period, Pellant reported around $6.9 million as total sales and claimed deductions for non-taxable sales, including sales for resale of around $129,000, non-taxable labor sales of around $722,000, interstate or foreign commerce sale of around $239,000.
Excuse me. Just a reminder, if you could mute your microphones when not speaking, there's a little bit of feedback on the audio. Ms. Simons, can you mute? Thank you. And Mr. Bornstein, thank you. Sorry for that interruption. Please proceed. Mr. Samara Wikrama, you're muted.
Oh, sorry.
Thank-
Do you want me to start from the beginning? Did you hear any?
Go ahead and start from
Ben's.
non-taxable labor sales of interstate or foreign.
Okay.
Thank you.
Interstate or foreign commerce sale of around $239,000 and other sale of around $410,000. These deductions resulted in reported taxable sale of around $5.4 million, and this is shown on Exhibit A, page 48. Based on Pellen's financial records and DMV information, the department determined unreported taxable sale of around $3.5 million, and this is shown on Exhibit A, page 56. Unreported taxable sales were compared with the reported taxable sale of around $5.4 million to calculate the error rate of around 66% for the audit period. And the information required to calculate this error rate is on Exhibit A, page 56. Because Pellen agreed with the amounts of unreported taxable sales, the department will not address the audit methods used to compute those amounts. Pellen now concedes the audit liability, but dispute the imposition of the negligence penalty. Revenue and the Taxation Code, Section 6484, provides that if any part of the deficiency is due to negligence or intentional disregard of the law or authorized rules and regulations, a penalty of 10% of the deficiency shall be added. Negligence is defined as a failure to exercise care that a reasonable and a prudent person would exercise under similar circumstances. The department imposed the negligence penalty because this is Pellen's third audit and substantial unreported taxable sales were identified between Pellen's books and records and the taxable sales reported on its sales and use tax returns. Additionally, errors occurred in every quarter of the audit period. Pellen contends that it crashed its accounting system and it changed its reporting methods in 2021. On January 1st, 2021, the department implemented a change in the filing frequency for all used car dealerships to a monthly reporting basis and required detailed transaction information, including any retail sale of vehicles, to be submitted with the sales and use tax returns. The department also acknowledged that unreported taxable sales for all items combined declined beginning in the fourth quarter of 2020. However, Pellen was previously audited and should have been aware of his reporting and record-keeping obligations. Despite this, a significant portion of unreported taxable sale of around $2.8 million, or about 80%, was determined using a direct audit method by reconciling reported sales to Pellen's financial records. And the information required to calculate this amount and percentage is shown on Exhibit A, page 56. In total, unreported taxable sale of around $3.5 million represent 66% error rate compared to reported taxable sales. And the information required to calculate this error rate is on Exhibit A, page 56. Additionally, the department identified around $316,000 in sales related to 24 vehicles that were not reflected in Pellen's records and DMV information, including these amounts, would increase error rate of around 66% to 72%. And the information required to identify these 24 vehicles are on Exhibit A, pages 114 through 174, and Exhibit I. However, the department did not include these amounts in determining taxable sales or error rate for the audit period. The magnitude and a recurrence of these errors provide persuasive evidence of negligence. Accordingly, the department concludes that Pellen was negligent and the negligent penalty was properly imposed. Therefore, the department requests the appeal be denied. This concludes our presentation. We are available to answer any question the panel may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's turn to the panel. Judge Aldrich, do you have any questions for CDTFA?
Yes, I have a couple of questions. Mr. Semmer-Grima, you mentioned that there was 2 prior audit periods. Where in the evidence can I find the error rate and the measure for those 2?
Judge Aldrich, those working papers or the documents are not included in the exhibit. However, we can provide that information. But when I check it, the prior audit, the first audit period is April 1st, 2012 through March 31st, 2015. The unreported tax force based on the first audit is 40,000. The second audit period is January 1st, 2016 through December 31st, 2018. Taxes were 118,867, and the current audit, the unreported taxes were almost $308,000.
So based on the tax, it seems like there's an increase across the 3 audit periods of unreported taxable sales.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I will refer back to Hearing Officer Wilson.
Thank you. And Judge Brown, do you have any questions for CDTFA?
I do not have any questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. I did have a question for CDTFA. The decision mentions that appellant was changed to monthly filing. Was that the only change in the reporting requirement for appellant?
This is Nalan Samarikrama. From January 1st, 2021 through December 2021, the appellant reported on monthly basis.
Okay, thank you. And was that the only change in the reporting requirement for appellant? I seem to recall something about DMV changed the reporting.
That's correct, Judge. So yeah, they are required to report it to a DMV. Yes.
And was that in the same time period?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. I don't have any further questions for CDTFA. Mr. Borenstein, would you like to make a final statement or rebuttal to CDTFA's presentation? You have 5 minutes. And it's *6 to unmute. Mr. Borenstein. Mr. Bornstein, you're still muted, and so we can't hear if you're speaking. As I mentioned, it's *6 to unmute. Still can't hear you, Mr. Bornstein. Hmm. Okay, looks like we're having a little difficulty. Mr. Bornstein.
Did he get disconnected? I'm here. I can listen. I can hear you. I don't know.
He is still muted. So I'm not sure what, we'll go off the record for a couple minutes until Mr. Bornstein can reconnect. Everybody stay online, but you can turn off your cameras and mute. Mr. Bornstein, are you there?
I'm here, Your Honor, and my *6 on my phone, I think, is worn out.
All right.
Anyways,
Go back on. 7, it's for rebuttal or a statement. And
it's breaking up, Your Honor.
can you hear me?
Not very clearly.
You're breaking up.
So I believe what
Uh,
hearing officer Wilson mentioned was that you have 5 minutes, Mr. Borenstein. So if you'd like to present a closing or rebut any of the arguments raised by CDTFA, now is the time to do it, and we're back on the record.
Thank you. Again, whether not disputing or conceding it's not disputing in the terminology. In the world of this world would be conceding. Also, the appellant states that the prior audit, anything that happened in any prior audits, was not it was not what happened during the current audit period, based on the information submitted and the best practices that appellant was trying to put in place to resolve any issues that may have taken place. And with that, appellant closes.
Thank you, Mr. Bornstein. Everybody hear me okay? Okay. We'll go to the panel to see if anybody has any final questions. Judge Aldrich, any questions for either party?
No questions, thank you.
Thank you. And Judge Brown, do you have any questions for either party?
No questions, thank you.
Thank you. I don't have any further questions either. So we'll go ahead and close. Thank you everyone for participating today. The panel will meet to deliberate and decide your case. We will issue a written opinion within 100 days. Today's hearing in the appeal of Family Auto Sales 04 LLC is now concluded, and we are off the record. And this concludes the hearing calendar for today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.